My name is Ijoma Simon, and this is my story. I want to use this medium to encourage someone out there. So many times people don't know your story, but they tell your story for you more than yourself. Now, I grew up being so afraid of marriage, and that's because the environment in which I grew up was not too okay for me. And that's because, both parents, my father, my mother, great parents, but they had their differences. My father was not a believer, and my mother was a believer. They are both late now, so when I'm using was, so though it pains me to use to talk about them in the past. And so growing up, I would see my parents, I would see them fight. But initially, it was not like that. Initially, it was my mother who was being beaten by my father. But as we grew, or as time went on, she started being defensive and then she also started fighting back. For those, well, you may not know her, but my mother had a scar that went to the grave with her as a result of injury from domestic violence. And so when I saw her in that state, in my mind, as a growing girl, I told myself I was never going to get married. That was settled in my heart. I know so many people can relate. I had an elder sister, or I have an elder sister. At that time when we were smaller, when our parents will be involved in these fights, all she will be saying is that I beg let her do and marry and leave this place. And in my mind, I'll be thinking, she's seeing this type of marriage and she's still desiring to go into it. Who does that? It didn't make sense at the time when she was desiring to say, let her marry and leave. But me, I was determined not to marry. Fast forward to growing up.